Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Right Time, Wave Sports and Entertainment original presented by Prize Picks. This is a YouTube exclusive. Be sure to check this out and more at The Right Time YouTube channel. We've been kind of calling this the wrong time because it's not the right time, but it should never be the wrong time to listen to my shit. But it is the wrong time in seemingly every way for the Philadelphia 76ers. We've been kind of paying attention to that. They're a thing here because, Paul George worked for Wave. And hey, buddy, I'm just telling you this right now. Don't be testing my professional, like who I got to be loyal to, the truth or the truth or the Wave. Because, man, y'all stink. Paul don't stink. Sixers are stinking right now. And it's not so much that the Sixers stink as much as our guy Andrew, who works on the show and is a Sixers fan, very grumpily just told me that Paul George, Joel Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey have played a grand total of 2 games together. Except in one of those games, Paul George got hurt 6 minutes into the game, so they have played 1 game together. I need you to listen to me for a second here. Maxey, out of the 24 games they played, has missed 6. Out of the 24 games, Embiid has played 6. Paul George has missed 10 of the games. At the time of this recording, they are 8-16. They are 12th in the Eastern Conference. Who's better than them in the Eastern Conference? The Bulls. That's the only really terrible one ahead of them in the Eastern Conference. I thought it was going to be something where I could look up and it'd be like a college. But even still, they are 8-16. They down there with the Hornets, the Raptors, and the Wizards. And like 3 of those teams, I don't really know. I mean, that's actually only 3 of them. I really don't know who all plays for them. I can name a player on all of those teams, including the Wizards. And the one player I can name pointed at a dude that he shook to the ground and then couldn't get the jump shot off on time before he had to pass it to somebody else. This is like, who's keeping the Sixers company? Now, I understand, and this is the thing. I feel like I hear this from all kinds of cities, but for some reason, it feels more pointed coming from this one. For whatever reason, people from Philadelphia seem to think I have a problem with their city and their teams. And that is not really true. Unless we're talking about the Phillies. I hate the Phillies. I've hated the Phillies since I was 7 years old. But we don't talk about baseball so much, so that's not what it is. I don't hate the Sixers. I hated the process. And for a couple years, I worked with the biggest process devotee, Pablo Torre. And I've never wanted anybody to be wrong about anything more in my life. And what do you know? Merry Christmas to me. It worked out that way. I don't have a problem with your city. I don't have a problem with your Eagles. That's not the case. However, all you guys have to admit, the Sixers are hilarious, and the Sixers have long been hilarious. They find all kinds of ways to be hilarious. And this year, the way they're being hilarious is what they call it Schadenfreude. Is that how you say it? When it's just like the misery of others. It's not because I want you to be miserable. I just can't believe your luck is so stinking bad, right? So we got questions to begin with about whether Embiid still got anything left or how much he has left. Is he at that point where he can dial it up here and there, but can't consistently give it to you? That's where we are, except we don't even really get to test that theory because he's hurt. And then he came back and he got his face broke, I believe. He has a fractured sinus. So now he's back out. He had to miss some games because a reporter hurt his feelings and he put his hands on him. You remember when that happened? All kinds of stuff. All while, let us not forget, this is coming off the Olympics that he probably shouldn't have played. A whole lot of these cats that either was old or needed to take better care of themselves. LeBron James probably didn't need to play in those Olympics. He came out here. He's looking, remember at the beginning, oh, I don't understand how somebody 40 years old can do this because he don't play no defense. That's how. Kawhi Leonard, we saw he couldn't even get to the real Olympic Games, and now we still haven't seen him play. And Joel Embiid, who has been consistently hurt, if not injured for the majority of his career, probably shouldn't have gone over there and played. Either way, he comes back. He can't get it going. Tyrese Maxey, he missed 6 games. We had that. The Sixers have only had really one good thing happen for them this year, and it was the emergence of Jared McCain. Now, Jared McCain went to Duke. And so, look, Sixers fans, you think I got a problem with you. Talk to them, all right? Go down to Durham and ask Duke how I feel about them. But anyway, I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really pay much attention to McCain when he was at Duke. Only thing I found out about him when he got to the NBA The boy got a TikTok page, and it got stuff like this.
Got some love deep inside of me. No need to lie to me. I know you got a guy. He's not a guy to me.
I'm 44 years old, man. I don't know what the fuck that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, it's a paradigm shift. One of my homeboys, see, he got kids. When you got kids, you got to think about things differently. And one of my homeboys is like, wow, people won't let these young boys just be who they are. Like, nah, I'm going to let him be who he is. I just ain't used to that. That's all. Like, I don't remember, like, even the kids that was into musicals when I was in high school, I don't remember them telling, like, everybody about it, but whatever. The boy likes musicals. That's just kind of his bag, and he's way too into Drake. And I should have known when I saw them TikToks, and then I saw that he was a first-round pick, that could only mean one thing. That boy cold as hell. Because that is the only way that he was getting away with that get down at that level is if he was cold as hell. And he is, in fact, cold as hell. And he cold as hell in like a hooper way because he's not ridiculously athletic or like super duper explosive. But he got game and he goes hard. So like while the Sixers were out here stinking, the bright spot was McCain. And I got to give him credit. He won me over. He went to this very interesting place for me where when you got a get down that is not my get down, if you are so cold that I have to just look at it and be like, damn, you got to be cold to even try to act like that. That's how I am with Prince, David Bowie, Freddie Mercury. None of that is my get down. None of that is what I'm about. But they be killing it, at which point I'm like, wow, I respect you for being who you are. That's Jared McCain with all this stuff with the musicals. And then he got hurt, like torn meniscus hurt. He might be like damaged goods. Derrick Rose is never the same. That's where we are. That's where the Sixers are. Didn't y'all have expectations? Like, I think that was the thing about it is this was a season with expectations, and I can't even be mad at them for coming up short. Everything that could possibly go wrong continues to go wrong. I don't know who you're supposed to blame. Yes, I do. Blame Daryl Morey. I just don't feel like people do that enough. Is this his fault? Not the point. Make up for lost time. The NBA is in full swing and the NFL playoffs are right around the corner, which means you can turn $10 into $1,000 in a single game watching your favorite teams only on Prize Picks. You can make a Prize Picks lineup between the NFL and the NBA in as little as 60 seconds. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types are what make Prize Picks the #1 fantasy sports app. So make sure you go to prizepicks.com/Bomani and use code Bomani for a first deposit match up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/Bomani. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.